First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burger King. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. And yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. I hate waking up to bullshit. I'm just saying, I damn near did another Bud video. I might got one coming later. I ain't gonna let it go because I told you, if you motherfuckers don't let it go, I ain't letting it go. And that's just how it go. That's just how it go. At this point, it's just crazy to me, man. But anyway, I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis, he got the most to prove in 2024. I think he got the most to prove. You know, it was the same way with Pacquiao. You know, with Pacquiao and Floyd, because I keep saying it, bro. Most of the people who was trying to debunk what I said about Inouye, it was black fans and Latino fans. I say mostly Mexican, but I still say Latino fans. You know, because y'all did that shit with Pacquiao, too. You would have thought Pacquiao was a Mexican. I noticed that. You ever noticed that? Asian fighters and foreign white fighters never get shitted on by Latinos. They don't get shitted on. When white folks say they the shit, Latinos agree with that shit. Latinos and blacks had the most to say about me saying that Inouye is not better than no Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, y'all can go way to and support fighters way out of Japan and Slovakia and shit. But Latinos are from America just like black fighters. So I just don't get it, bro. Why has there never been a black fighter that was ever loved by Latinos? Never. It never been. But every little Japanese fighter, you motherfuckers gonna be screaming for Zhang if he knock out Wilder. If he knock out Joshua, bro, Latinos gonna grab a hold of him and baboons will too. Blacks and Latinos, bro, we just stupid, bro. We right around the corner from each other. We more familiar with each other. But we rather support a fighter way out of Japan instead of our fellow American. You know, you motherfuckers, Latino, you motherfuckers had more support for Caleb Plant. Let me quit. Black fans too. Black fans love them some Plant. They love the fact that he got him a beautiful black wife and shit, and he taper his shit. I don't know. Boxing is stupid sometimes, bro. You motherfuckers are just stupid sometimes. Yeah, Latinos rock with Inouye tough, and black fans do too. Inouye got a bigger black fan base than most black fighters. Yeah, Inouye, I think Inouye and David Benavidez at this point got the biggest black fan bases in boxing to me. Inouye got more black fans than Terrence Crawford. Motherfucker stupid. I hate black. I swear to God, Inouye got more black fans than Terrence Bud Crawford. That's a fact. And he get more credit. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone, bro. Damn near every video I'm gonna have to shoot a slug at Inouye. I got some shit to say about, because I ain't gonna let it go. Then I seen Ring IQ. People are mad. He said something about, because I got Inouye over your black fighter Terrence Bud Crawford. Why you gotta throw black into it, bro? That lets me know how you feel, bro. Most fans that ain't black, bro, they never want to acknowledge a black fighter as being the best. That is a fact, bro. We'll look for anybody else. You motherfuckers rather say better be the best fighter in the world than to say Terrence Crawford. You want to put anybody over him, bro, but he's the best. He's the fucking best, bro. You can't deny it. So I just, all that hating ass shit, I'm telling you, that's why I don't need to go to fights, because I'm going to be fighting. Yeah, that's why I don't need to go to fight, because I'm too crunk. I'm too, all that booing and shit. Yeah, I've been a slapped the shit out of one of you motherfuckers. But anyway, Nah, I'm out for peace. But when it comes to bullshit, I'm a frontline soldier. When it comes to that fuck shit, Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one there. Anyway, man, you motherfuckers be hating, bro. Motherfuckers be hating. Want to grab a hold. You motherfuckers try to grab a hold of Pacquiao. You know, nobody ever said Pacquiao was exposed when he got knocked out by Marquez. I never heard nobody say he was exposed. Never heard that before. Imagine Floyd just getting dropped real good by Marquez or some shit. They still be talking about it. And they would have said he got exposed in that fight. I'm going to tell you something. It's people that are saying Tank damn near got exposed by Pitbull Cruz. I'm going to break this shit down, but I'm just saying, yeah, it was mostly Latinos and blacks that had some shit to say to me because talking about I'm hating on anyway. It wasn't even Japanese fans. It wasn't Asian fans in my chat. It was blacks and Latinos. So, you know, you stupid ass shit. That's why on my prison story, I told Mexicans, I told you motherfuckers, bro, y'all just some shit to distract us from white folks. That's all you motherfuckers are. Listen, as much love to you. You are a part of the black family, even though you don't choose that shit. But y'all just some shit to distract us from my real enemy. So I ain't finna beef with that. I'm not finna get into this shit with you motherfuckers. I know who my real enemy is. And it ain't Mexicans, it ain't Latino, it ain't even Japanese. It ain't none. I know who my enemy is. So, but I am gonna talk shit to you motherfuckers. Stupid ass. Anyway, now, a lot of fans think Tank got exposed by Cruz. I just watched the fight again. I don't know why I went and watched it. I done watched it about 6 times. But I watched it again. I said, man, let me look at this fight again. Let me just look at it. And normally, I don't listen to the commentary when I watch a fight. If it's a black fighter involved, I don't listen to the commentary. I don't listen to what the fans say, because most of the time it's going to be some booing, especially if it's around Mexicans. But anyway, Tank fought in Los Angeles, California. It was a lot of blacks there, but it was a lot of Mexicans too. You would have thought they really knew who Cruz was. Motherfuckers didn't know who he was, bro. They didn't know who the fuck he was, but you wouldn't have thought that the way they was cheering. Listen, I listened to it with the commentary and the fans. I normally don't do that, but I did it. Tell you, motherfucker. Let me tell you something, bro. You can talk that shit, and I'm biased towards black fighters, but I really know boxing. It's one thing you can't take from 903. I really know this sauce, bro, and I explain it very well. Nah, bro, when you really look at boxing, if you really understand it, Pitbull Cruz didn't win. He didn't win a round. You could probably squeeze him some shit. It's a difference between having good moments and winning good. There's no round that either Cruz dominated. Was it some close rounds? I can agree with that. I can agree that Cruz had some close rounds. I agree that he did good work in some rounds, but he didn't dominate not one round. Tank dictated every round of the entire fight. And I'm going to go on the count of saying that is Tank's most impressive performance to date, in my opinion. Because Tank showed more in that fight than he showed in any fight. The head movement was great. Tank got great feet, great educated feet, great defense. He showed a lot in that fight. I think it's his best performance. Because in the Barrios fight, I don't think it was his best performance. I think he did some of his best shit when he turned up, though. To stop Barrios, I just think it was impressive the way he came back in that fight. But I'm more impressed by the Cruz fight because he dominated the entire fight. And he was hurt in that fight. His hand was hurt. But as I was listening to the commentary and I'm listening to the fans in the crowd, all through that fight, they had it neck and neck. In the 12th round, they had Tank up 1 point. So if Cruz had won the 12th round, that would have been a draw. Let Steve Farhood tell it. They had this fight like it was neck and neck. Another thing I want to express. Tank only has 3 flaws that I see. Other than that, he damn near a perfect fighter. His only flaws, he don't throw a lot of punches, which is because he has great accuracy and great timing, and he don't waste punches. But it can deter him when fighting fighters like Shakur and Devin and certain fighters. But he don't throw a lot of punches. He's short and he don't have long arm reach. Those are his only three. That's it. And when it comes to being short and having arm reach, I ain't gonna say it's damn near not a flop, but against a fighter that got range and is long and tall and really know how to use that shit, you kind of, yeah, it makes it harder. It definitely makes it harder. But Tank is not a little fighter. He's just a short fighter. Another thing, Tank is very strong. Tank threw Cruz all around the ring several times in that fight, and Cruz strong. Tank is very strong, and his strength is very underrated. You can't bully him. No, I don't think no aggressive fighter beats him, bro. That you won't win. You won't win. Tank is damn near his best on the back foot. But I just like when he come forward and really let his hands go. That's my favorite side of Tank. When Tank just get vicious, when he go for the kill, that's my favorite version, because when he realize when he say fuck it, when Tank say fuck it, he the baddest motherfucker on the planet. It reminds me a little bit of Bud when Bud say fuck. When Bud turn up, it's hard to stop that shit. Tank got that shit too. Tank a true finisher. But if you listen to the fans, bro, and the commentators, you would have thought this fight was neck and neck. Another thing, Tank caught most of those shots. He caught them, or either Cruz completely missed, or Tank caught him with the gloves, or Tank would lean back and the punches would graze him. The crowd would go crazy as if he got hit flush. That's why I say Inoue ain't never been through no shit like that when you're back against the wall. Because judges listen to the crowd. When the crowd is acting like them punches are landing, the judge score it that way. That's why black fighters, they, especially when they boxing and they got a come forward fighter coming, the come forward fighter most of the time get the credit. The effective aggressiveness is way more appreciated than boxing and scoring points. So the crowd would go crazy every time Cruz threw a punch. These motherfuckers had never heard of him, but Mexicans just wanted to see a black fighter lose so bad. Every time Cruz threw a punch, they went crazy. And you know, as I was watching that fight, I damn near said, damn, is black fans cheering too? Because it sounded like the entire stadium. Every time Cruz looked like he landed something, it seemed like everybody joined in on that shit. I don't know. But Tank got a few cheers here and there when he landed an uppercut. But you would have thought this was Cruz's hometown, and you would think he was the star in that fight. That's the first time Tank almost got booed. At some point, they damn near was finna start booing. If Tank hadn't started walking, because he started walking him down the 8th round. He started walking his ass down. And that's when Tank really beat him up, though. Tank beat the shit out of him. From the 8th round to the 12th round, Tank started beating his ass and started sitting in the pocket. But if you listen to the crowd, you would think that that was Cruz's hometown, and you would have thought that Cruz was dominating that fight. Every time he threw a punch, the crowd went crazy. And the announcers, you know, Abner Morris, sometimes he don't lie, but he lied that night. All the announcers acted as if Cruz was neck and neck with Tank. Tank landed damn near every punch Tank threw. He was accurate, bro. He missed with some shots, but he landed the flush shots. Cruz wasn't hitting Tank flush like that. Cruz landed a few flush hooks here and there. The most accurate shots that Cruz landed was the body shot. He hit Tank with some hard body shots. Give him that. He landed some vicious ass body shots that Tank took well. And I can name only a few shots up top that landed flush. Most of them shots Tank caught, but Tank got a granite chin. That's another thing Tank got a granite fucking chin. Granite fucking chin, though. Even though he wasn't getting hit flush, it just like I said, Barrios hit hard. He done fought some hard ass punches. Rolly hit him with some shots. Ryan didn't land a left hook, but he landed a little shit here. Tank got a granite fucking chin. I'm just saying that he got one of the very few chins I trust. I trust that motherfucker can take a shot. He can take a shot. But anyway, yeah, bro, if we listen to the commentary and we listen to the fans, a lot of times you'll think the black fighter always losing. Yep, you always think that shit. But anyway, Tank to me, I thought he won every single round. When he was on the back foot, actually, he won the fight more clearer, more convincingly when he was on the back foot. Cruz couldn't land shit, bro. And another thing, Tank didn't realize it until later in the fight, but when he started smothering him, when you smother Cruz, he can't land none of that shit, but it's wild punches. When you smother him, he don't have a good inside game. That bullshit ass uppercut, he couldn't land it. He threw one of them and Tank caught the end of the uppercut, but he couldn't hit Tank just flush like that. Tank completely, in my opinion, just dominated and just showed. In my opinion, I think Isaac Cruz is a C-level fighter, not even a B-level fighter, but he can knock you the fuck out. I thought he lost against Corbala in his last fight. Tank, it's looking like you're gonna match him. They ain't talking about no other fight. I think you're gonna rematch, and you finna give him another big check. Just hope you don't do it in front of a bunch of Mexicans, bro. Bring his ass to Baltimore. Bring him to Atlanta. Do some shit like that, bro. Mexicans, you'll never get that. Black fighters be thinking that shit. Floyd tried it. Roger Mayweather tried it. They thought if we fight in front of Mexicans and beat a Mexican, that we get your fan. That shit'll never happen. Mexicans will never get behind no black fighter. There has never been a black fighter Mexicans fucked with at all. And they don't fuck with gold, gate mouth, snagger tooth, mouth, Bernard Hopkins, even though he fuck with Oscar and he's with Golden Boy Promote. There's no black fighter Mexicans fuck with. So I think Tank thought that shit would have made him a big attraction amongst Mexicans. Nah, bro. Fuck with your people, bro. So that's where your support comes from. Black fans are the only fans who openly support Tank. It ain't no Mexican channels nowhere that fucks with Tank or none of that shit. So anyway, yeah, it's race, bro. It's what it is, bro. And we might as well be racial. I'm all for being racial when it's race. I'm all for it, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like that shit don't exist. And I told you, bro. Man, let me quit before I get to talk some other shit. But, yeah, it's whatever with me. Whatever you motherfuckers want, I'm gonna bring it to you. So, fuck you motherfuckers. How I feel. So, it is what it is. But you know, it was mostly Mexicans in the stands when Devin fought Loma, and they was cheering for Loma. Devin got booed in Vegas. They cheered for Loma. You motherfuckers always looking for some shit that ain't black. It's so retarded to me. But I told you, Mexicans do that shit in prison, though, with the guards, though. They get cool with the white guards, and the white guards help them and shit. And Mexicans and whites never war in prison. Them motherfuckers never go to war in prison. Mexicans and whites are buddies, and they both go against the blacks. Soft ass. Because you motherfuckers know you can't fuck with us. I told you, bro, I'm going to keep saying, without that blade, bro, Mexicans would, they wouldn't have much commissary. They wouldn't be spreading. You motherfuckers wouldn't have no cigarettes, none of that shit. You motherfuckers wouldn't even be able to work in the kitchen if you didn't have them blades, bro. And them guards to help you. Yeah, without them blades, bro, if it was just hands to hands, bro, you motherfuckers would get extorted. So anyway, let me quit. Now, Tank, I just have a disdain for the disdain that Mexicans have for us. That's all. Yeah, I'm gonna be just as evil as you motherfuckers. How about that? I'm telling you, bro, I ain't no turn the cheek. I ain't no smile and love my enemies and all that hoe ass shit. If you don't like me, I don't like you. So fuck you. I'm telling you, Tank, don't fight no more motherfucking Mexicans, bro. I'm sick of this whole ass shit. Now, I'm tired of this black and Mexican shit, and the Mexican are aggressive and he's the tough one, and the black is just the boxer that's trying to get away from him. I'm tired of that whole ass stylistic bullshit. Cruz is a C-level fighter. But I'm going to tell you something, Tank, even though I think you got a granite chin, if you rematch Isaac Pitbull Cruz, bro, he just one of them fighters you shouldn't rematch. You way better than him, but at any given moment, he can knock anybody out, bro, if he land that shit. If he land that wild shit at the right time, he can knock you the fuck out, but he don't even deserve to be in the ring with you, bro. I just don't know why you would give him another check. But I'm just saying, that's the fight I see happening. That's all they talking about. Coach Calvin is begging for it. He love it. He said that's the only fight he want. Devin quit mentioning the Tank name for a whole year and all that whole ass shit. Tank, I think you got the most to prove because, and it's not shitting on you. I want to make that very clear. Think you the shit. You just don't show interest in, fighting black fighters. You just shit on them. Like with Dev, he broke. You sold 50,000. It's always competition. It ain't never, man, me and Devin a hell of a fight. Like how you praise anyway, and that's a dream fight. But when it come to Devin and Shakur, you don't say, man, them tough fights. Them some big fights. I ain't never heard nobody on Tank team say Devin versus Tank or Shakur versus Tank is a big fight. I ain't never heard Coach Calvin or Kenny or anybody on Tank's team ever say Shakur versus Tank is a huge fight. Never heard it. Never heard it. Man, that's a tough fight for Tank. No, bro. So until we stop, bro, we gotta fight each other, bro. That's just how that shit gotta go. Another thing I must say about Tank, another reason why you got the most to prove, I didn't praise you, bro. I said you look incredible against Cruz. That's your most impressive performance. But I'm finna tell you some wild shit. I'm gonna tell you why Tank gotta have a great year in 2024. I think you need to fight 3 times. Tank Davis at the age of 29 is phenomenal, special, the shit, extremely talented, high ring IQ. Tank is a complete fighter, but he's not getting better. I've noted the difference is I see Devin getting better. Shakur is getting better. Tank is not getting better because of the competition he's fighting, the styles he's fighting. It's the same shit. Tank has yet to fight a fighter with good feet work. Tank has never fought a fighter that got good feet work. Not just a great jab and super athletic. Tank has never fought a fighter with good feet. It's just when you're not, the competition is not making you better. See, I can name fights, the Oscar Valdez, especially the Jamel Herring fight. That fight made Shakur better. That Jamel Herring fight in particular, it prepared him for the Oscar Valdez fight. But that Jamel Herring fight made Shakur better. And that's when Shakur started really letting his hands go more. He beat the shit out of Jamel Herring. The Valdez fight made him better, but the Conceição fight, he dominated, but I think the Jamel Herring fight made him better, and the Valdez fight made him better. The Loma fight definitely made Devin a much better fighter. I think the Linares fight made him better. But in particular, though, that Loma fight made him better. And I think the Regis fight has made Devin, it shot his confidence through that's what he needed. He knew he had power, but you got to see it sometimes as a fighter. You got to see it. Yeah, you dropping dudes in sparring, but him dropping Regis and wobbling him the way he did, Devin is supremely confident, and Devin is the most dangerous out of all 3 of them. Devin Haney is by far he's the most dangerous because he believes in himself. He's seen the proof, and he's just dangerous, bro, in my opinion. But Shakur definitely has the most tools out of all 3 of them. Shakur is Tank's toughest fight. I just think Devin and Tank is the most entertaining fight. But Shakur is the toughest fight for Tank. That's the toughest fight. That is Tank's toughest fight. Devin, I got Devin beating Tank, but that ain't Tank. Shakur is Tank's toughest fight. Shakur can sit mid-range and make Tank miss. But I'm not saying that Tank won't land. Tank gonna have to go for broke. That's the only way to beat. You won't sit in that pocket, bro, and be mid-range. I don't think he can land that shit. He gonna have to go for Shakur. He gonna have to go for broke and go for his head and walk through them shots. He gonna have to really, really press the gas, and still it's gonna be hard to hit Shakur, bro. Shakur has the best defense in boxing, hands down. It's your toughest fight, and you have fought nobody to prepare you for Shakur or Devin. There's never been a fight that has prepared you for that. Shakur and Devin are getting in fights that's preparing them to fight you, bro. Even though you different from who they fight, they stepping up their competition and they're preparing though for big and great fights. You not preparing, bro, with the competition you facing. Ryan didn't prepare you for nothing. In your defense, you should have got more credit though. You should have got way more credit because they said Ryan was the shit. And had Ryan beat you, he would, without a doubt, be the face of boxing. And he would have endorsements with Gatorade and everything else. And all black fans would embrace him just like they embrace anyway. Had Ryan beat Tank, We be saying Inouye is number 1 and Ryan is number 2 and Usyk number 3 and Better Beef number 4. Now Ryan would be a top 3 pound for pound fighter had he beat Tank. But it's a lot of most fans don't have Tank top 3. They got him top 5. Most fans don't have him top 3. Tank never moved up on the pound for pound list for beating Ryan. So I'm just trying to show you, Tank, that shit, that Mexican shit, that all that shit, and trying to always make it some flag shit and some against something else, it's not preparing you for black fighters, bro. Even though I got you knocking Frank out, but I'd like to see you give him a chance instead of Cruz. I'd really like to see you fight Frank, because I know Frank ain't scared of you. And I know that Frank got punching power. And but I got you knocking Frank out. I don't think Frank all the way on your level, but it could be a step into the direct, because Frank athletic. It could prepare you more for Shakur fighting Frank Morton. Totally different styles, but it's sauce. It's black sauce, and I'm just saying, it'll put you in a step towards the right direction. Fighting Frank Morton tricky at times. I just think you're gonna clip him. I think you better than Frank. I don't want to see you fight Edwin De Los Santos, because he don't deserve a fight, because he didn't let his hands go against Shakur, and he talked all that shit about Shakur being scary, but his ass never went for broke. So evidently it was some power Shakur had that he didn't want to feel. So Frank Morton, a good fight for you. I like to see Frank get him a good check. I got you stopping Frank though. Frank might take you in the deep waters. It might be 8, 9, 10 before you stop him. Frank gonna get up for that fight, but I just don't think Frank on your level. But that's a good fight. It's still a good fight. Good fight. It just ain't many fights for you, bro. After a while, Shakur he damn near the only thing for you. I can't even allow to kick it. That Loma fight will be a good fight, but you'll stop him. But that'll be a good fight. But I just don't ever see that fight happening. And I don't care much about it. I care more about the Frank and the Tank fight, because you won't get credit for beating Loma. They're going to say, oh, he'll be 36 by the time you fight him. So I don't want the Loma fight, even though I can't lie, that's a good fight. But I don't care about it. You won't get credit. The Frank Morton fight is a good fight. Just ain't much for you at 135. I'm finna tell you motherfuckers some wild shit. Stylistically, I keep expressing my desire to see Tank versus Devin and against Shakur. Those are the fights I want the most in boxing. I'm finna tell you some shit, because I told you Tank need to come to 140. That's gonna get, because he's not a Hall of Famer. 145 is nothing but legacy. At 140, that is nothing but legacy. I didn't talk that shit about Devin and Shakur, and even T.O. That's a good fight. T.O. just don't got good defense, and you gonna clip him. I seen T.O. got dropped by Cambosis and Sandor Martin, but everybody say Devin Cheney. I've seen T.O. get dropped by Cambosis and Sandor Martin, 2 dudes who are not even knockout artists. Listen, Tank gonna clip him. It's gonna hit his chin. That uppercut gonna hit. Even though T.O. is explosive and he got good power though, very good fighter, I just don't think he disciplined enough defensively. He gonna leap in with that explosive shit. Tank gonna be right there waiting with a smile on his face. That's how that fight go. T.O. when he lands shit, he get too crunk. He get the letting go combinations once he gonna land some shit on Tank, and he gonna get to throwing them combinations and leaping in and showing his athleticism, and his athleticism gonna get him baptized. Outside of Devin and Shakur, I'm gonna tell you a motherfucking fight for Tank that'll be like this fight here, you'll never hear nobody talk about it, and it ain't a mismatch. Madison Square Garden, Tank Davis versus Subriel Matias. Tank Davis versus Subriel Matias. People think that's a crazy match. That's a firefight. Because they vote, what Tank is good at, Matias is vulnerable to. And what Matias is good at, Tank is vulnerable to. Matias throw a lot of punches, which would make Tank let his hands go more. But also, Matias get hit flush. That fight would end in knockout, but it would be one of the most explosive fights in boxing history. Subriel Matias versus Gervonta Tank Davis would be one of the most explosive That shit would be historic. That's a fight nobody talk about, but that's a fight. That's a fight. Richardson, Hitchens, and Tank, I think they good friends, but that's a good fight too. That's a good fight. I don't think they'll fight though. Tank gonna have to come to 140. It's not much left for you at 135, bro. Only thing left for you to me is really Shakur. Even like I said, I like the Frank Martin fight. But even that fight, it's like 60-40. I don't think it's a 50-50 fight. The only 50-50, even Lomachenko, that's a 60-40. The only 50-50 fight is Shakur at 135. That's the only 50-50 fight that Tank has. Anybody else, bro, he gonna beat your ass. 140 is where it's interesting. 140 is where it's very interesting at 140. But yeah, that's the thing. Tank's competition is you're not getting better, and so at this point in your career, you're about to be 30. I just think you need to get these fights in, and it's gonna turn you into a better fighter. Even though I say Shakur is Tank's toughest fight, Tank can clip him though. But it would be one of them fights where Tank would have to land that shit. He would have to stop Shakur to beat him. And that's another thing about a lot of these fights, like Shakur and Devin. You won't beat them on points. Like, you're vulnerable because we know you have to knock them out. You have to at least drop them 3-4 times or knock these dudes out to beat them, because they're gonna outbox. They're better boxers. Even though Tank is a great boxer, not a better boxer than Shakur and Devin. Not better. Not better. It's the power added to the skill that makes Tank just as good as Shakur and Devin. It's the power added. He's not as good as a boxer, but he's good. Not as good though as if Tank didn't have power, he'd still be a good fighter. But I'd be way more convinced that Devin and Shakur beat him. Completely convinced. They're better fighters. They're better boxers. What I'm saying. But with the power, Tank, it makes him dangerous for everybody. So like I said, you fighting Cruz again, bro. You just giving him a chance to land some old. It's damn near like Devin fighting Ryan. Devin is far better, but the whole hope on that fight is that Ryan can land that left hook at any point in the fight. If he can land it, he can clip you there. He can clip you. I just get tired of these stylistic matchups where the black fighter is just way better, but you can knock them out though. I get tired of it. I want to see black. Sometimes I want to see black fighters skill versus skill. See, Devin, Tank, and Shakur. Devin versus Tank. Devin versus Shakur. That's not the puncher versus the boxer. No, Tank is a boxer puncher, and he's skilled. So, like I said, I want it to be popular to see two skilled fighters fight each other instead of it being a motherfucker who can't box, but he's coming forward, and then it's the boxers, the black. I'm tired of that stylistic matchup, bro. That's not the most intriguing shit. When you look at Hagler versus Leonard, bro, that was not the come forward fighter versus the box. No, Hagler is skilled. Hagler damn near just as good of a boxer as Sugar Ray Leonard. Hagler a hell of a boxer. That's one thing a lot of people didn't talk. Hagler could box from both stands. I love it, man. Hagler had one of the most hardest. His jab was the shit, especially from the southpaw stand. He had a hard ass fucking jab, and it was accurate. Hagler could box. That wasn't no come forward fighter versus the boxer. That was skill versus skill. So I just want to see more matchups like that. Tank, you're very good, but if you don't start fighting higher level competition, you won't get better. You will not get better, bro. Cruz will not make you a better fighter, bro. At this point, bro, I'm telling you, Rayo might get the fight. Rayo knocking out Chris Colbert is so spectacular that he might get a Tank fight with 15 fights. Rayo has no. Right, I'm gonna tell you something. Cruz a better fighter than Rayo. I'm gonna say Cruz a better fight for you than Rayo. Rayo chin is wide. Rayo gonna get knocked the fuck out. But like I said, they may match you up again. I'm telling you, bro. At this point, I'm trying to be fair with Tank, but it's getting bad, bro. I'm telling you, two more Mexicans from even Tank fans gonna give up on. Even your own fans might give up on you, bro, if you fight two more Mexicans. You two Mexicans from everybody just saying, come on, Tank. I told you I had a partner, bro, in the pen. He used to knock out Mexicans every day because he say he was at a Mexican prison and they jumped him. But in our actuality, Rillo, man, he knew that was the easier win, bro, knocking out them Pisces because most of them couldn't fight. So, I had a partner. He was 5'5" too. He was that motherfucker hit hard though. And he was stronger than me. That fucked me up. Nah, that little motherfucker was stronger than me. That motherfucker was 5'5", about 150 pounds, and he was a knockout artist. He couldn't whip me though, but if we was to fight, matter of fact, and I told you we got into it one time, he didn't want that smoke. But that little motherfucker, if you his size, or even motherfuckers bigger than him, or especially one of them Mexicans, he was just knocking them out with ease, but he damn near got the bloods us into some shit for that shit. But the point I'm making is he knew that was the easier win, and Tank, those are easier wins, bro. There is no Mexican that beats Tank. There is no Mexican at 140. There's no Mexican at 147, bro. It's just no Mexican that can fuck with you, Tank. I wish you just leave that shit alone, bro. Leave it alone. You two more Mexicans from everybody just saying fuck it. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.